Most e-commerce store owners spend so much time perfecting their products, layout, and content. But forget one thing that can make or break the visibility: technical SEO. It's the foundation of every successful search strategy, yet it often gets overlooked because it works behind the scenes. You won't see it in your homepage design or your checkout process, but Google definitely sees it. And if something's wrong under the hood, your rankings, traffic, and revenue will suffer quietly. That's why in this video, we are walking you through the most critical technical SEO elements every e-commerce site needs to get right in 2025. From how your site is structured, to whether search engines can properly crawl and index your pages, to how your store performs on mobile devices, we are covering it all step by step. Let's dive in. To start, let's talk about site structure, the blueprint of your website. For e-commerce stores, a clean and logical site structure is non-negotiable. It tells search engines how your content is organized and which pages are the most important. If your categories and products are scattered with no clear hierarchy, Google will struggle to understand your site, and so will your customers. The best practice here is to keep your architecture flat. Ideally, users and search engine bots should be able to reach any important product or category page within 3 clicks from the home page. Use breadcrumb navigation to give context to every page and make sure your internal links are purposeful, connecting related products, top categories, and helpful content like buying guides or FAQs. Now, once your structure is set, the next critical step is crawlability. Crawlability refers to how easily Google can move through your site to discover your pages. If your pages aren't being crawled, they won't appear in search results, period. For e-commerce sites with large inventories, managing crawlability is even more important. You need to make sure your robots.txt file isn't blocking important sections like product or collection pages. Avoid infinite filter URLs or unnecessary session parameters that generate dozens of duplicate pages. These eat up your crawl budget and dilute the visibility of your high-value content. Always link your key pages internally. If a page isn't linked from anywhere on your site, Google will have a hard time finding it. Think of every internal link as a signal pointing search engines in the right direction. After that comes indexability, which is what tells Google this page should appear in search results. Just because a page is crawlable doesn't mean it's indexable. Pages that carry no index tags and canonical errors or poor content quality may be excluded from Google's index, even if they exist on your site. Make sure your core pages are set to be indexed and don't carry any unnecessary no-index directives. Use canonical tags wisely to prevent duplicate content issues, especially when you have product variations like sizes or colors. Your sitemap should also be current and reflect your actual product structure. Submit it through Google Search Console and monitor for any indexing issues flagged by Google. Now let's talk about page speed and performance, especially through the lens of Core Web Vitals. In 2025, these metrics are no longer optional. They directly impact your rankings and your user experience. There are 3 main Core Web Vitals to focus on. Largest contentful paint. This measures how quickly the main content on your page loads. First input delay. This tracks how fast your site responds when users click or tap. Cumulative layout shift. This looks at how stable your layout is during loading, meaning no sudden jumps or image shifts. To improve these metrics, optimize your image sizes, use fast loading fonts, minimize render blocking scripts, and avoid layout shifts from pop-ups or delayed elements. Speed isn't just about satisfying Google. It directly affects your bounce rate and conversion rate too. Another area you cannot afford to ignore is mobile optimization. Google has been using mobile-first indexing for years, and now it's the standard. That means Google primarily evaluates your mobile site, not desktop, when determining rankings. Make sure your site works flawlessly on all devices. Responsive design is a must. Buttons and filters should be easy to tap. Text should be readable without zooming, and all interactive elements should be functional on mobile. If your mobile site is buggy or hard to navigate, Google will assume you're not offering a good experience, and your rankings will reflect that. Let's move to Schema Markup, one of the most underrated advantages of e-commerce stores. Schema helps search engines understand the context of your content, especially for product pages. By implementing structured data like product, offer, review, and breadcrumb schema, you can enhance your listing with extra information like star ratings, price, stock status, and more. These enhancements make your search results more noticeable, and that means higher click-through rates. Finally, let's talk on security and HTTPS. Having a secure site is not only a trust factor for customers, but it's also a ranking signal for Google. Every page, not just your checkout, should be protected by an SSL certificate. If you're still serving your site over HTTP, it's time to upgrade. No excuses. So, what's the big takeaway here? Technical SEO is not about quick wins or secret hacks. It's about building a site that's understandable, fast, stable, and accessible for both users and search engines. For e-commerce, where competition is intense and site structure are complex, these foundations matter more than ever. If your product pages aren't being crawled, indexed, or rendered properly, you are invisible, no matter how great your product is. If you found this video helpful and want more real SEO strategies that work in 2025, make sure to subscribe to EcomOptix and hit the bell icon. And if you're ready to take your store's SEO to the next level, book your free page one blueprint session with our team using the link in the description. We'll audit your store, identify the technical gaps, and help you build a search-optimized foundation that lasts. Thanks for watching, and remember, real SEO starts with solid structure.